Hi, everyone. I'm recording this demo to show you the new feature Human in the Loop that I developed on my local branch on OpenWebUI. I'm using Qwen 2.5 running on Olama locally, and I've added the weather tool. So let's click on it and make our first request using an external tool. So I asked the weather tool for Rome. As you can see, Qwen responds with a tool call, which gets intercepted. The new modal appears, and here you can see the tool name and the parameters. At this point, I get three choices: allow always, allow once, or decline. In this case, I'll approve it just once. And here, Qwen gives me the weather data, retrieved through the tool, after making the call and organizing the results.
Let's try something different. First, I asked the weather in Milan, and then I want to show you what happens if I close this window. So we open a new tab and close the old one. The system is designed so that even if I close the tab while the request is still pending, when I come back to the previous chat, the pending tool approval is still there. So the modal appears until I either decide to accept or no the tool or delete the chat. This time I'll reject the tool call, and Qwen replies that it wasn't able to fetch the weather for Milan.
All right, now let's move on to another example. This time I use Kimi K2 Trough Open Router that is a more powerful model, and also the Playwright MPC server from Microsoft so the model can use the browser. For this model, I set the native function calling. These are all the tools available in the MPC server. There are quite a lot. So now I ask Kimi to get the top 4 news about NVIDIA from Google using the browser. As you can see, it's pretty fast. It opens the browser automatically and even tells me that I need to accept cookies. I let it proceed, and since I had already enabled auto approval for this chat, I don't need to confirm every single tool call anymore. You can also see Auto Tool Approved Enabled badge at the bottom of the chat bar. Now it opens the search correctly. It's reading the page, and it's returning the results. The browser is in Italian, but if you compare the headlines with what Kimi is writing, they match exactly. This really shows the potential. You could use it for booking, a management app, or basically everything you normally do in a browser. And that's also why having proper control in place is so important, since the system can perform sensitive actions too. At the end now, I ask to close the browser, and it's done automatically. Finally, I disable Auto Tool Approval to show you that you can stop automatic approvals anytime for the current chat.